What's going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 67 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. And in this episode we are firstly going to have a look at our youth squad monthly report, and it's really bad once again. I mean, these scouts haven't found much whatsoever. Apart from when I did send one of them out to Northern Ireland, of course we found Gerard Hughes. But apart from that, I probably do need to get a new scout because they're just not finding anything for me. But anyway, we're going into the first game of this episode, and it will be against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Of course, they did get promoted with us into the FL Championship, I do believe. And yeah, they're a pretty decent side. Of course, they were once in the BPL, probably looking to return there one day, and they're not in a good position at the moment. So I doubt they'll be returning to the BPL this season, because I'm pretty sure they're near the bottom of the table, near the relegation area. So they're going to have to step up their game if they want to get there next season. But it'll be interesting to see if they do. And if I actually stick with this career mode, who knows? Maybe I'll move on to another team after we get promoted to the BPL, after a season in the BPL. But it's up to you guys, really. Whatever you want, I will do. You can see there we are on 86 points. Still unbeaten. Will we get beaten in this episode? We will find out. Be interesting to see if we do get beaten in this episode or not. And if we do, that will just end the best winning streak that I think I've ever had on any career mode. I'm not joking. It's just incredible that we've won every single game or drawn a game. I just find it unbelievable. Ryan Brunt is such a saviour. But right here in the 7th minute, Wolverhampton Wanderers get it started off, and yeah, it was pretty poor defending from me, and luckily the shot was very, very bad. But that wasn't the beginning of the pressure. They kept on putting pressure on me, and it was a very frustrating game for sure. Right here they find Sacco, who is open and free on goal, and unluckily for him, he hits the post. Luckily, we do manage to clear from the rebound, and in the end, we move on into the 36th minute, where we get things started here with John Joe O'Toole. Nice little passing move, and we find Ryan Brunt in acres of space, and that would have been a goal 9 times out of 10. I couldn't believe he missed that. But then look at this! Look at this! How has he scored that? I do not know. Emile Sinclair scores the most jammiest goal I've ever seen in my life. It was ridiculous. If you look at it on the replay, it takes several deflections, I think. It may have only taken one, but ridiculous goal from Emile Sinclair. Look at that, off the back of the defender. Very unlucky. You're not going to score that very often, especially on FIFA 14, but luckily I do get some EA crap going my way for once. And it was actually quite interesting to see the goalkeeper's reaction. Couldn't do anything about that. But straight from kickoff here, Wolverhampton Wanderers get onto the ball. And they were looking, of course, to equalise. And they had a very good chance here, actually. Sacco finding his man. And unfortunately for them, they couldn't do it. But it somehow falls back to them after numerous attempts to tackle the ball. And they put it into the back of the net. So they level it up at home, and that was just unbelievable. Straight from kickoff, they score a goal, and that was one of their first shots on target, actually. They had a few shots in the game. They were dominating quite a bit, but they didn't have any shots on target until then, and then they scored that goal. Quite a nice goal, actually, I have to admit. A nice little first-time volley with his left foot, and he puts it into the back of the net. And into half-time, it was 1-1. Very, very tense first half, and I was looking to get that second goal in the game. Looking to get that win and hopefully not actually lose this game, because of course that would be the first loss of the season. And I want to keep that unbeaten streak going for as long as I can. And hopefully we can for the whole of the season. Imagine that. Unbeaten for the whole of the season. But unfortunately here in the 54th minute, Ryan Brunt does go down and he is injured. He's only going to be out for a few days, which is very lucky indeed, because he could have got injured there for a long, long time. But right here, the goalkeeper, the Ivory Coast keeper, I do believe, does make a very good save. And then on the rebound, we hit the post, and then a really bad finesse shot there from Gerard Hughes. Really poor effort. But into the 80th minute, we do get another chance here as Doherty messes about with the ball. We pick it up with John Joe O'Toole, cross it in, and Ryan Brunt misses. How did he miss that? Like, seriously, he's scored over 20 goals this season and he couldn't even score that one. I really did rely on him to score that goal, because in the end, we draw the game 1-0. A pretty poor result, but at least it's not a loss. Wolves are certainly a strong side, and they showed it in the game. They did have a few shots on goal, but in the end, I was the dominant side in the second half, and I should have really taken away a win. Only Emile Sinclair getting that lucky goal. It could have been a loss, that's all I can say. If it wasn't for that lucky goal, we would have lost the game probably, because all the other chances we had were saved by a key main goal, and it was very difficult to get any chances past him for sure. Look at that, 6 shots on target, and I still couldn't score a goal past that goalkeeper. He was on fire. Maybe I'll look to pick him up if we actually get into the Barclays Premier League. He looks like a really solid keeper with a bit of potential in him too. But into the next game, we are playing against Burnley. Burnley is who we're actually playing against. And I've just said it again. I just said Burnley again. Just ignore. We're playing against this team, okay? And this team, well, they were very solid in this game. And we do actually get a goal early on, though. Gary Kenneth getting a header in the 16th minute. But Danny Ings, the pacey boy, equalises in the 38th minute, and it was a very tense game. I was hoping that we weren't going to get beaten because it was very, very nervy. But in the end, Gerard Hughes get a goal, and we do pick up a win there. So usually simming a game doesn't mean that I pick up a win, and it usually means I pick up a loss. But luckily there, we still managed to keep our unbeaten streak. And into the third game of this episode, we are going to be playing against Sheffield Wednesday. It's going to be an interesting game. And once again, we do need to pick up a win. We need to carry on fighting for promotion because we are so close to getting there. And I'm so surprised that we haven't even got there already. I would have thought that we've won so many games. Look at that, we're on 90 points. But QPR aren't giving up. They aren't giving up on the title just yet. They're just behind on 86 points. And it's Wigan behind in third place on 84 points. But QPR are still there behind us and breathing down on our necks. And we're going to have to make sure that they don't catch up with us by winning this game or getting a draw. Either way, picking up points is important. That's all I can say because we are in the title challenge. But right here into the 43rd minute, it took a while for me to actually break down Sheffield Wednesday. They were so solid in defence, and that was the only chance that we did get in the first half, and that was very disappointing. And into the second half, we do get another chance here and almost managed to chip the goalkeeper there with a little cheeky effort from Ryan Brunt, but unfortunately it couldn't quite go over. That would have been a pretty ridiculous goal actually, trying to chip the goalkeeper there with a header. I didn't actually mean to do that when I did that, but in the end it was a good attempt on goal. And if you do want another episode of Career Mode tomorrow, do let me know in the comments down below. I will be happily. Yes, I'm making so many mistakes in this episode, but anyway, I will happily do that for you guys. If we can get 35 likes on this episode, then I will make that happen for you. So 35 likes for another episode of Career Mode tomorrow, and I'll get that done for you. But right here, what a save from Robert Lainton. He keeps pulling off these really, really vital saves and game-changing saves, really. Every single time this season, he's made a game-changing save, and that's the reason we're top of the table. But right here, my heart sunk. What can I say? They score that goal. I just couldn't believe it. One of the most interesting goals that you're going to ever score against you, and the CPU really did work that well there from the corner. Nice little set piece routine, never really seen that before. Cross it in, head it, and then head it again. A bit strange, but anyway, they score that goal, Sheffield Wednesday, and they put themselves in front here, and Robert Lainton couldn't quite save that one. Very unlucky, but of course I was looking to get back into it, and we had a chance here with Ryan Brunt, but it just goes wide with his weaker foot. That would have been a great chance to score, but it wasn't over yet. We still had 15 minutes left. Could we equalise, or would it be the first loss of the season? We're about to find out. 90th minute, we get a chance here. Usually the ref blows his whistle, but we do it over the top through ball. Emil Sinclair is through on goal, and what does he do? He chooses to head it. He heads the ball. My brain. Why would you do that? Why would you go for a diving header when you're one-on-one? Oh my god, I was just so frustrated at that point, and we do lose. That's just a shame, really. That's all I can say. I thought we were going to be unbeaten for the whole of the season, but unfortunately, Sheffield Wednesday managed to beat us and end it. That would have been a fantastic feat and something really good to put on my CV, that I'd beaten every single team and I hadn't lost in the FL Championship. Imagine that. But unfortunately, Sheffield Wednesday got the better of me, really. I have nothing else to say. That was my fault. I should have finished my chances. And yeah, Emil Sinclair, I do not understand why he would go for a diving header there. I just don't. But in the end, we do lose the game, and Sheffield Wednesday did outplay us. They outclassed us, and that was very frustrating. I thought that we were going to be unbeaten, but we weren't, and in the end we lose the game. Very frustrating, and QPR did draw that game luckily, so they're still 3 points behind, but we did need to win this next game to ensure that we did increase the gap on QPR against Leeds United. Of course, they have a pretty solid side, and Ross McCormack is one of the league's top scorers, so I was hoping that we'd maybe be able to pick up a cheeky 1-0 win, and we do actually score in the 23rd minute here with Ryan Brunt to make it 1-0, and that was actually the only goal of the game. So we did win the game 1-0. I did give the result away there, but in the end we do win the game 1-0, and it's a good result for the team, making sure that we carry on getting the points. But unfortunately we did lose for the first time this season. But hopefully you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode, guys. If you do want another episode tomorrow, please let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.